Oh, buckle up because Prince Harry has just pulled the most desperate stunt yet, and honestly, it screams louder than any tabloid headline. He wants out of California, out of that glossy deal with Meghan, and straight back into the arms of the royal life he once trashed. And what's the so-called proof? Well, it's juicy. Harry has quietly enrolled little Archie at Eton. Yes, that Eton, the elite British boys' school that Harry himself once attended. You know, the one dripping with privilege, tradition, and future prime ministers in the making. But here's the kicker. Archie still lives in California. So why on earth would Harry register his son years in advance for a school across the Atlantic? Let's be real. This isn't about academics or future opportunities. This is Harry clawing his way back to the UK using his son as the golden ticket. And don't think for a second this was some random leak. Please. Harry never does anything without intention. His team plants exactly what they want people to whisper about. Just like the Netflix docuseries, the Oprah tell-all, the Spotify disaster, this Eton move is another round of media manipulation 101. This is Harry dipping a toe into the waters, testing the public's reaction, and guess what? It worked. We're all talking about it right now. But the bigger picture? It exposes how hollow their Montecito life really is. That dream mansion, nothing but a gilded cage. That fairy tale marriage, more like a cold business partnership with quarterly reviews. And now this Eton play proves it. Harry isn't planning a future with Meghan. He's laying out a blueprint for a future without her. A solo return, a quiet exit, a backdoor to the UK. And speaking of kids, let's talk about the bizarre imbalance here. Have you noticed how Meghan gushes about Lilibet nonstop? Every interview, every stage moment, it's always Lily this, Lily that, her favorite snack, her favorite flower, her imaginary future business. Meghan literally said she wants to one day run a business with Lilibet. The girl's still in diapers and Meghan's already penciling her into a LinkedIn profile. Meanwhile, Archie, practically invisible. Meghan rarely mentions him. Why? Because Archie isn't her project. Archie is Harry's child, the royal connection, the reminder of the life Harry abandoned. Lilibet, though, she's Meghan's little creation, her mini-me, her chance to replay the fame game, this time as the mastermind behind the star, not the star herself. So, is the family already split in two behind closed doors? Archie as Harry's passport back to the UK, while Lilibet gets groomed for influencer fame in LA? And let's not ignore the PR nightmare of their Montecito existence. Remember the lavish house Meghan paraded in her Netflix series? Yeah, not theirs, just a rented property staged for cameras. And the kicker? That house has been sitting on the market for years with no buyers. Nobody wants to touch it. Why? Because it reeks of Meghan's fake Pinterest vibes and lavender-scented pretension. Montecito itself has turned into a running punchline. What used to be a sleepy town for the wealthy has become the epicenter of royal drama. Property values dropping, paparazzi swarming like flies, neighbors wishing the Sussexes would just vanish into the California smog. And maybe they just might, because here's the truth. Meghan wants global domination, sure. But Harry? He looks like he's ready to book the next flight to Heathrow and drop Archie at Eton. That's the anchor he's planting in British soil. And don't be fooled, this isn't about education. Harry's own Eton record was laughable. This is about symbolism, legacy, optics, and most of all, escape. And oh, the irony. Harry has openly admitted he never fit in at Eton. He said it made him feel like an outsider, crushed by the elite atmosphere, struggling both academically and emotionally. Yet now, he's willingly signing his son up for that exact same environment. Why? Because this move isn't about Archie's comfort. It's a message. It's Harry telling the royal family, the British establishment, and the public, I still belong. I'm still one of you. But don't get it twisted. This isn't just a sad little cry for help. It's strategic. Harry knows he's burned nearly every bridge with William and the firm, so now he's embedding himself back into Britain through the only leverage he has left, his children. Archie becomes the Trojan horse, the excuse to keep one foot inside the palace gates, even after torching everything else. Meanwhile, Meghan's plotting her own empire. Her blueprint looks nothing like Harry's backward glance at tradition. No, she's already carving out Lilibet's influencer arc, grooming her to step into the spotlight before she can even spell her own name. Meghan once admitted, silence is kryptonite. She craves attention like oxygen, so why not funnel that spotlight through her daughter? A built-in storyline, a ready-made brand. See the contrast? Harry's clinging to the past. Monarchy, titles, heritage. Meghan's eyes are locked on the future. Branding, monetization, media domination. One wants roots, the other wants reach. And caught in between are two children being tugged in opposite directions by two very different visions of power. Now here's where things get even darker. If you zoom out and really look at what Harry's doing, this Eton enrollment isn't just about Archie. It's about Harry setting up a permanent base. He knows the bridges with William are beyond repair. The brotherhood, the bond, the shared grief, gone. But Harry isn't giving up the royal card completely. He's just changing the rules. Archie becomes his his bargaining chip, the golden key he waves around. See? My son belongs here. My son is a Windsor. You can't shut me out forever. It's like he's sneaking through the back door while the firm tries to bolt the front. And let's be honest, this isn't some innocent parenting choice. This is infiltration. It's Harry planting himself back into the bloodstream of the monarchy, whether William likes it or not. Because when William eventually becomes king, he won't just inherit the crown, he'll inherit this mess. A son of Sussex roaming the halls of Eton alongside future prime ministers, dukes, maybe even heirs to the throne. Coincidence? Not a chance. This is Harry's long con. And what drives this behavior? Chaos. Pure chaotic energy from someone who feels he has nothing left to lose. The sad truth? Harry's accepted that his relationship with William is dead. So now he's playing by different rules. Rules fueled by resentment and desperation. Rules guided by Meghan's stage manager mindset, where every moment is a performance and every child a prop. And William? Oh, you can bet he's watching this unfold like a hawk. To him, this isn't just sibling rivalry anymore. This is a looming crisis because Harry's not coming back as the prodigal son, tail between his legs, ready to make amends. No, he's coming back armed with Netflix cameras, a best-selling book under his belt, and 2 children with royal blood. That makes him dangerous. Not evil, but unpredictable. And that unpredictability is poison for the monarchy. He's no longer bound by duty, tradition, or even discretion. He operates off impulse, off pain, off that gnawing sense of betrayal. And that's the kind of cocktail that makes even the calmest palace courtiers lose sleep. Meanwhile, Meghan's grip on her own narrative is slipping fast. Her business projects? Dead ends, that lifestyle brand with lavender oils and jam jars, more fantasy than function. Her media empire dreams mostly fizzled out, and her popularity, well, let's just say Hollywood's glitter doesn't shine so bright when the projects flop. She had her chance to carve out a respected identity, maybe as a dignified philanthropist, maybe as a thoughtful advocate, but no, she chased global stardom, and now she's stuck between Hollywood ambition and royal leftovers. But here's the kicker: even as her personal star fades, she's doubling down on Lilibet's future. You can practically smell the branding plans from a mile away. The curated quotes, the staged photos, the mother-daughter empire arc just waiting for its debut. Meghan doesn't just see Lilibet as her child, she sees her as a storyline, a vehicle for reinvention, maybe even redemption. And that's heartbreaking because Lilibet isn't a Netflix pitch. She's a little girl who deserves a childhood. Now let's circle back to Archie. Poor Archie, who seems to have been reduced to a chess piece in Harry's personal endgame. He's barely seen in public, rarely mentioned by Meghan, and when he does pop up in conversations, it's always strategic. Schools, titles, passports. He's not framed as a child with his own personality. He's framed as leverage, and that's the real tragedy. It feels like the kids have been split like assets in a messy business divorce. Meghan pours her energy into Lilibet, polishing her up for a glittering Hollywood future. Harry clings to Archie, staking his return to the UK on his son's enrollment at Eton. Somewhere in between, the image of a happy family quietly crumbles. The royal family, of course, won't say much publicly, but behind palace walls, they see the storm coming. They know exactly what Harry's up to. And when William ascends the throne, having to manage a rogue brother making strategic landings on British soil, showing up at elite schools, planting media bombs, that won't just be a nuisance. It'll be a full-blown crisis. Because here's the truth: Harry doesn't want to return humbled. He wants to return on his own terms. Meghan doesn't want to fade away quietly either. She wants the headlines, the cameras, the control. And caught in the middle? Archie and Lilibet, 2 children tugged back and forth like pawns in a royal chess game that's gone global. So where does this all end? That's the million-dollar question. Harry wants back in, but not through apologies or genuine reconciliation. He's banking on proximity, symbolism, and kids in uniforms to smooth his way back into British soil. Meghan, meanwhile, wants out of obscurity, out of irrelevance, but she wants to take the spotlight with her. Together, they're rewriting the rules of royal rebellion. It's not about breaking free anymore. It's about bending the narrative to suit their fractured visions of power. And in doing so, they've turned their children into storylines, their marriage into a business, and their royal drama into a global spectacle. And that's the irony. Harry once fled to escape the suffocating control of the firm. Meghan once claimed she couldn't survive under the palace's grip. Yet here they are, years later, pulling their kids into carefully scripted roles, orchestrating leaks, and manipulating headlines. The very same game they claim to despise, only now they're the ones dealing the cards. So don't be fooled by the glossy photos or the carefully crafted sound bites. Behind the scenes, this isn't a fairy tale. It's a battlefield. And Harry's latest move, that quiet little enrollment at Eton, may just be the loudest shot fired yet. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about Archie's schooling. It isn't even about Meghan's brand. This is about survival. Harry clawing for relevance, Meghan clawing for control, and a monarchy bracing itself for the storm of a lifetime. And you know what? Something tells me this drama is only just beginning.